Today we're making the best vegan nacho cheese sauce. It's completely allergy friendly, oil-free, nut-free, soy-free, and obviously dairy-free. It's absolutely delicious, and if you stick to the end of the video, then I'm gonna show you my favorite ways to use it in recipes, meals, and snacks. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Allison, but you can call me Mary A. If you're new here, I post a video almost every week about tips, tricks, and recipes to a plant-based lifestyle. So if that's something you're interested in, then go ahead and subscribe below. All right, so today we're making the absolute best vegan nacho cheese. Y'all, I have tried literally so many recipes and tested it so many times to finally get the perfect nacho cheese. Plus, I wanted it to be allergy friendly for everybody who can't have obviously dairy or nuts or soy. And it also doesn't have potatoes or carrots or onions or anything that you have to cook. So here's some of the ingredients that we're using. We're using beans as our base. So that's what we're using as a base. That's why it's so quick. Obviously, nutritional yeast, using some lemon, and then a bunch of different spices, optional hot sauce. So let's hop into the recipe. All right, so I am using my Vitamix to make this cheese. I think it's very necessary. I mean, obviously you could use any blender or food processor. I'm just like a little obsessed with my Vitamix. But first we're gonna start with the white beans. So these are Great Northern beans. So if you're not allergic to tofu or cashews, you could use those. But I like the beans, A, because there's a lot more protein in them, and B, because they're completely allergy friendly. So first we're gonna add the beans in. All right, so then I'm gonna add in the lemon. So I wanna slice the lemon, and then I'll use my handy dandy lemon juicer, and I just squeeze it, and I do both sides, so I use a whole lemon here. This one's tough. And this is the second half of the lemon. Okay, so now I'm using nutritional yeast, and I like to use the non-fortified version rather than fortified. This is what gives it the cheesy flavor. I just prefer non-fortified, the flavor of it. So if you like the other kind, then by all means use that. And this is 1/3 of a cup, so we're just gonna pour it in. All right, so now we have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and 1 teaspoon of onion powder, except for I ran out of onion powder, so this is Trader Joe's onion salt, which is gonna be great either way. Pour that in. All right, so next we have half a teaspoon of chili powder and half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Pour them in here. And this is half a teaspoon of turmeric and half a teaspoon of cumin. Pour that in. Then we have half a teaspoon of salt. All right, and then this is 2 teaspoons of tapioca starch. You could use cornstarch if you want to use that instead. And you can do anywhere from 1 to 2 teaspoons of it. This will make it a little bit thicker for you, but you don't want to use more than 2 teaspoons because it might get too thick, which is okay, and you can just add more water, but this is what will help it give it a little more consistency. And then we have some cayenne pepper, and I just do like a couple little dashes. And then we have 1 cup of water. You can add more if needed, so I might have to add a little bit more water as we go on, but we start with 1 cup of water. So just pour in your water. All right, and then if you like it a little more spicy, you can add in some hot sauce. Also, I experimented with roasting some jalapeno peppers and then putting them in the nacho cheese, and it was so good, but like literally so spicy. So I'm just gonna add in a few dashes of hot sauce, but seriously, like if you like spicy and you like jalapenos, roast like 1 or 2 jalapenos, chop it up and put it in this. It's so good. It'll burn your mouth on fire though. Plus the cayenne pepper, that can get spicy too. So if you don't like it super spicy, either omit it or just like use like less than a dash if that's possible. So we're gonna blend it in my Vitamix, and if you have a Vitamix, you will not need to heat it on the stove, because if you put it on like the full speed, it will get really hot and you like won't need to heat it up. You may need to add some water, and that's okay. But if not, you're just gonna pour the cheese once it's blended onto a pot on the stove, and then just keep whisking it up, and it'll be on like medium-low heat, and you'll just whisk it until it is warm. It'll start to get kind of thick, and it might have like a little film on top, and that's totally fine. Just add more water, keep mixing it up. It's still delicious. So for me, I love the Vitamix. I'm obsessed with it. So this is the method that I'm using today. So we're just gonna blend it all together and put it on high speed. It'll get super hot, and you won't even have to heat it up. All right, so if you have a Vitamix or a high-speed blender, I start it low, like on a lower setting first. So I have mine on like a 2, and then I just blend it. And then I start to speed it up like as I go along. So then I move it up to like a medium speed, so like a 5.5. And again, if you have a Vitamix, you're gonna wanna leave it on high speed for like a couple minutes or so until the cheese starts to get hot. So the cheese is done. As you can see, it's nice and steamy. And then we'll just pour it in to the bowl. Look at that. All right, so here's some great recipe ideas and meals and snacks that you can use for yourself. I love putting it on nachos. So I bake the nachos, put them in the oven, and then drizzle the cheese on top. And my other favorite things are just like basic and dipping in like a little bell pepper or sweet mini peppers, any type of vegetables. I also like to dip in a corn tortilla chip sometimes. I also love to put them on jackfruit tacos or lettuce wraps with the jackfruit in it. So if I don't have any taco shells, but I have the lettuce wraps, I'll put the cheese on the lettuce jackfruit taco. I also really like to put it on taco salad. So I have all my veggies and then my meat mixture, which is literally just made of beans and corn, and then a bunch of vegetables, and then I'll drizzle the cheese sauce on top of the taco salad. You can find my recipe for that in my What I Eat in a Day video, and you can find that linked above. I also just like to eat it. Oh my gosh, it's so cheesy and good. And this is also a great recipe to take to like parties and gatherings to really impress your non-vegan friends with a nacho cheese sauce. It's definitely been a hit with my friends and family. All right, so before we end this video, I just want to tell you about something that I'm really excited about that I've been working on, and I haven't mentioned it on my YouTube videos yet, but it's called the Plant-Based Playbook, and it's for anybody who is new to the plant-based lifestyle and wants to fully transition, somebody looking for plant-based recipes, or somebody that's already been on their plant-based journey and just looking for more ideas and more recipes. This is for you. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, you can go ahead and join our VIP early bird list found in the description below so that you can be notified when it comes out very soon. So if you like this video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video from me. I will see y'all next time.